Hi students, in previous lecture we have seen vapor pressure of ideal solution of miscible liquids and also the vapor pressure of non-ideal solution of miscible liquids, in which we have seen type 1, in which total vapor pressure lies in between the vapor pressures of either of the components. In type 2, the total vapor pressure rises to maximum, and that maximum is well above the vapor pressure of pure component. And in type 3, the total vapor pressure decreases, attain minimum, and that minimum is well below the vapor pressure of the pure component. Now in this lecture we are going to see the composition of liquid and vapor. Composition of liquid and vapor. Now suppose we have a solution of two volatile component A and B, in which one is somewhat more volatile and another is somewhat less volatile. Now these are the vapors of this solution, and vapors are in equilibrium with this particular solution. Now in the solution, the composition of A is XA and that of B is XB. That means composition of A component in liquid and here composition of B component in liquid. Now in vapor, the both A and B present. In vapor phase, both A and B present, and thus the composition of A, X dash A is the composition of A in vapor, and X dash B is the composition of B in vapor. Composition of B in vapor. That means here XA and XB, and here X dash A and X dash B be the compositions of A and B in liquid and vapor phase respectively. That means mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B in liquid and vapor phase respectively. Now suppose this is the total vapor pressure of solution P. Now if you want to determine the partial pressure of vapor as concerning the vapor composition, then it can be given as PA is equal to X dash A into total vapor pressure, and that of partial vapor pressure PB is equal to X dash B into total vapor pressure P. Now according to Dalton's law, P is equal to PA plus PB. If we consider composition of vapor, then partial vapor pressures can be given with the help of these two equations. And we consider composition of liquid phase, then partial vapor pressure can be written as PA is equal to XA P0A, and that is Pb is equal to Xb P0B. This is composition of vapor, and here composition of liquid. Partial vapor pressures are same. That means this PA and this PA is also same. PB same. Now, if we consider this equation, that is PA is equal to X dash A into P, then with the help of by considering this equation and with the help of these two equations, we can write this PA or this X dash A is equal to PA upon P, and P means what? PA plus PB. And from this equation, concerning with the composition of liquid phase, we can write PA is equal to P0A XA, here PA P0A XA plus P0B XB, that is X dash A. If we bring this XA here, then here we get X dash A upon XA is equal to P0A upon P0A XA plus P0B XB. P0B XB. Now if we divide by P0A, numerator and denominator, then we can write here 1 upon XA plus P0B divided by P0A into XB. This is the equation which gives the relative proportions of A and B with respect to the pressure of the vapor pressure of the components. Now with the help of this, we come to know how much proportion of A and B present in liquid and vapors. Let us see. We have this equation X dash A upon XA is equal to 1 upon P0A plus P0B XB upon P0B upon P0A XB. Now this is relative proportion of A in vapor and liquid phase. Now let us check the conditions. If suppose both vapor pressure of A and B components are same, if vapor pressure of A and vapor pressure of B is same, then what will happen? Let us see. X dash A upon XA is equal to, if we put P0A is equal to P0B, this get cancelled 1, and therefore okay, P0B this become 1. Oh, sorry. Here XA, of course XA. Now this become 1, and therefore 1 upon XA plus XB. 1 upon XA plus XB. Now what we know, XA plus XB is equal to 1, and therefore here we can write X dash A is equal to XA. What it means? It means that if both component possesses same vapor pressure, then A present in vapor phase is equal to A present in liquid phase. That means A present in both phases identical condition. That means A and B. If A and B in liquid and vapor phase presents in same proportion, then B also present in same proportion. That means whatever A present in vapor, B also present in same proportion if both vapor pressures are same. Now let us check another condition. If suppose P0A is greater than P0B, if vapor pressure of A is greater than vapor pressure of B, then what will happen? See here, if P0A is greater than P0B, then this thing is less than 1. If this is less than 1, then this is less than 1, and if this is less than 1, then this division is less than 1. That means this value x dash A upon xa is less than 1. Sorry. This is less than 1. Oh, sorry. This is greater than 1. X dash A upon xa is greater than 1, and therefore this becomes x dash A greater than xa. What it means? If vapor pressure of A is greater than vapor pressure of B, then A present in vapor phase is in a more proportion than liquid phase. म्हणजे A will be in a more proportion in vapor phase than liquid phase. That means B present in lesser extent in vapor phase and B present in greater extent in a liquid phase. That means the component whose vapor pressure is high, which will present in vapor phase in a more proportion. Now consider, if suppose P0A is less than P0B, that means vapor pressure of B is greater than vapor pressure of A, then what will happen? See this equation. If P0B is greater than P0A, then this thing is greater than 1, this thing is greater than 1, and therefore the entire division is less than 1, and therefore here we get x dash A upon xa is less than 1. That is x dash A is less than xa. The proportion of A in vapor phase is less than proportion of A in a liquid phase. In contrast, if A is lesser proportion in vapor, that means B is more proportion in vapor phase and B lesser proportion in liquid phase. That means if B having more vapor pressure, then it will be more in a vapor phase than in a liquid phase. Isn't it? And therefore, with the help of this equation, we come to know, or we come to the conclusion that the component which possesses higher vapor pressure, which will be more in a vapor phase than in a liquid phase. And therefore, with the help of this conclusion, we can state it Onauloff rule. What it is? It states that if solution behave as an ideal solution, or if solution obey Raoult's law, then the composition of vapor possesses more proportion of more volatile component than does in a liquid phase. Okay, that means more volatile component is always richer in a vapor phase than in liquid phase, which is Onauloff rule. Okay, this is all about the composition of liquid and vapor phase. That means if we consider the liquid and vapor phase, then here we compare the compositions of liquid and vapor phase. The component whose vapor pressure is high, which will be present in vapor phase in more proportion, and component whose vapor pressure is low, which will be present in a liquid phase in a more proportion. That is all. Thank you.